that vegetable that was installed in the White House to be Barack Obama's third term.
Day one dictator and kick all the illegals out. These people who are coming here are not assimilating to our traditional American Anglo culture.
He supports women.
Some more odd clips to look over in this segment, jumping from Donald Trump's virtues to those of his supporters, as I have a few clips to shuffle through that really shows the mind state of the average Trump voter, their lost nature, and how scary it's getting with the rhetoric Trump is instilling in them. Because these people will say and do the most outrageous things, but as long as it sounds good to them and there's a MAGA flag involved, they're all for it. Let's start with a woman saying that she supports Trump because Trump supports women.
I support Trump because he believes in a free America. He believes in the fabric of America and American values, the American marketplace, and he supports women. He has women in all of his offices, and he's hired women in his businesses. And in addition, he supports Christianity and Judaism.
He supports women, they just can't make choices about their own body, and they better not need fertilization treatments, and that sexual assault, that was in support of women. And Christianity, actually, it was in the name of women and Jesus. Just like his super inflammatory rhetoric, grab her by the pee, that's women's liberation, baby.
I want him to become a day one dictator and kick all the illegals out.
Interesting. And why? What do you want to see him? Why do you want to see him do that?
Well, because these people who are coming here are not assimilating to our traditional American Anglo culture, and they are frankly ruining it. They're poisoning the blood of the country.
This is actually super scary. The fact that Trump has instilled this worldview and rhetoric into the average American citizen is something that is dangerous for all people of color, especially immigrants, as they've become his main target. By Anglo, this person means white, meaning he views America as this quasi-ethno-state or actual ethno-state where he believes all the power should be concentrated into the straight white majority that he wants to create by deporting and restricting immigration and getting away with LGBTQ and black people that go to usually is the perspective of these people. And a lot of them also fall into kind of the Fuentes category where they believe that women also shouldn't vote or work and neither minorities, just straight white Christian men. Immigrants aren't poisoning the blood of our country. They open up our economy to more wealth, more jobs, all while committing less crime than the native-born citizens. And the strides that women have made in the short time since we've allowed them, I won't say the same economic freedom or opportunities, but more at least, to say they're not a massive benefit is just insane and ahistorical. And beside the fact, our birth rate is nowhere near where it's supposed to be. We quite literally need immigration to keep our economy from stunting. And we already have jobs that are going unfilled with both sexes and immigrants in the workforce. If we got rid of one of those groups or both, imagine the shortages we would have in the multitude of sectors. These guys' worldviews are just not practical at all. They're built off their racism and vitriol, and they don't really utilize critical thinking past that surface level hatred at all. And this is exactly why we need to mobilize this November and make sure we squash the dying embers of this movement so they know there's no place for them in the greatest and most free country in the world.
You mean if President Trump was to lose for the first time? He's never lost a presidential election. Yeah, he had a historic turnout. 81 million people have never turned out for a presidential election. You know were you up on election day? Were you up when they stopped counting, which has never happened before, until they calculated how many fake votes that were trucked in the middle of the night when they were pounding plywood over the counter windows that are mandated that you have observers, and they pounded plywood so the count couldn't be observed? But Trump still got the most votes of all time. That vegetable that was installed in the White House to be Barack Obama's third term.
I had to add this one in at the end because, yeah, they're still pushing this one and doing it this passionately. Despite losing over 60 court cases where the evidence couldn't substantiate a single claim, they would rather die on this hill than admit they got trounced by 7 million votes. And that was before the fraud, before the sexual assault, before 91 charges, before Biden was shattering fundraising records, before the State of the Union, before he had a plethora of economic and legislative successes to stand on. The truth is, it's not looking very good for Trump. His supporters will never admit that, but as long as we keep pushing and we get out there and vote when it's time, it's going to be another one in the column for the good guys. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.